I'd like to start off this video by apologizing for not doing this sooner. I know there's probably a couple of people out there that have been waiting for this or wondering what's kind of happened. So yeah, I just wanted to start with that. And there's a couple of things I'm going to talk about in today's video. One is where I've been, what's happening with the channel, what's happened with the channel and me playing Grand Cross, and kind of what's going to happen in the future. So I think the last time I recorded a video was around a month ago, maybe even 2 months ago. It's definitely getting close to that point. And it was a day I ended up having the whole day off, and did a whole bunch of recordings, a lot of content I was really happy with, and I ended up losing something like 6 hours of footage, which this isn't the whole reason why I haven't been recording or uploading videos, anything like that, but really big day. That was a huge letdown, and that combined with the kind of spiral Grand Cross has been in, 4th anniversary was a huge thing, and we've been having some questionable releases. I know all kind of gacha games do this stuff. I mean, even look at Dokkan, heaps of people hating on that game. But there's been a couple questionable releases, and that combined with almost lesser enjoyment of the game, it's so hard to say that the game looks bad if you haven't seen what it was like on release. I played the JP version since release, and I played the global version from release, and I mean, both of them amazing games, but it just lost that same spark. Now, I'm not expecting every single gacha game to kind of hold that week one release kind of mentality the whole way through, which they have talked in developer notes and said that they're trying to do that a little bit more. But yeah, just I feel like the game's dying a little bit more. Now, we have, of course, had within the past week or two maybe, the release of Black Clover Mobile, which I've been playing heaps, and I'll talk about that a little bit later as we get on. But I feel as if the game fallen off, and even with 4th year coming out, and I mean, my favorite Seven Deadly Sins character, Bond, being the headlining unit, and he's underwhelming. My boy finally got an anniversary, and they made him mediocre. Top 15, I've been seeing people put him in the festival ranking, which, I mean, I've been meaning to do this video for so long that it's at the point now where they're actually talking about giving him buffs, so who knows, he may get buffed and he may go to number one. I'd really much like to see that, but it's been so hard for me to decide on whether or not I'm quitting Grand Cross or whether I'm coming back to the game. Even to this point, leading up to the video and even now recording it, I'm still not too sure whether I want to join back in the game or leave it. And it's a really hard situation. Regardless, I'm going to be keeping my account. I think there's way too many memories and such with the account. It's been there for far too long. It's too much memories, too much money, so I will be keeping the account. I'm not going to sell the account to anyone. But when it comes to playing the game, I think for the time being, I'm going to leave it. Once again, keeping the account for, who knows, maybe Grand Cross will have a couple really good updates, some really good quality of life changes, and make it to the point where I want to come back to the game. Who knows, maybe if the barn buff is so good, I may come back and do a couple extra videos, just playing with the barn. I might even have to use someone else's account because I did summon with some free-to-play gems and got absolutely shafted. So there's like 200-300 gems there, didn't get any barn. Yeah, I think for the time being, I'm going to be leaving Grand Cross. And I mean, although it shouldn't be, it's definitely a part of me kind of quitting the game, is that I was spending a lot of money on, and I mean, on update week, spending anywhere from 100 to 3, even on festival banners, maybe even 4, getting close to $500. So that was definitely a big thing, and need to save up just a little bit more money in life. That extra $500 in my pocket every week to fortnight was, it definitely did hurt, that's for sure. Now, I still spend that kind of money on some of these other games, but having multiple gacha games you spend on, especially as a 19-year-old, isn't the smartest decision in the world. Now, if you guys look at the channel now, there has been a whole rename of the channel to Vlad Gacha. I always intended on doing extra gacha games on the channel. And then in the future, once we get the release for the Black Clover Global, I will of course be doing that on the channel. Now, I've also talked about playing a Dokkan on the channel. Definitely something I want to do, still in the works of getting that done, but just not there yet. It's been good being able to have this break. I mean, I absolutely love making content, but doing daily uploads for just shy of 2 years, I think it was, you know, it's nice to experience something different, and which as of recent, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom and recording a whole bunch of that, which now as well, scrolling down the channel, you'll see there is a second channel, which I'm still going to be uploading on this channel. You're still going to be seeing plenty of me here, but I'm going to be doing more general games there. I've recorded a whole bunch of Tears of the Kingdom. I think I have over 125 hours worth of content to go through, and edit and all that kind of stuff, a lot more heavily edited and stylized. I found with recording Grand Cross, I wasn't really able to put that flair or even just develop any kind of editing skills for that sake. I mean, it still can be done and there's still purpose to doing that. You see people like Beats who have these amazingly well done videos and really, really talented men. But I just don't feel like it's all that there for me for Grand Cross, or at least I feel like doing other forms of content, it may be there just a little bit more. And into editing my first video on that channel, I realized just how untalented I am at editing videos. Thumbnails are a little alright, but yeah, we're going to be doing stuff like that. Tears of the Kingdom will come out, and then I'm definitely planning on doing FF16 and Diablo 4, but yeah, still going to see stuff here. Do hope you guys still stay around for that fact. I know this is the whole, or it was Vlad Grand Cross, and you guys are here for Vlad Grand Cross, but hoping some of you can still see, you know, maybe wanting to stick to the channel. For me, I mean, it's understandable if, you know, you guys don't have interest in Black Clover Mobile or Dokkan or any of those kind of games, not staying subscribed to the channel, which 100% do what you want to do. I mean, I still think it's crazy we've got to this point, and it's a really good thing to talk about. I probably shouldn't have left this as late as I have in the video, but just talking about the whole, how do I want to word it, comparison of Vlad Grand Cross. I saw a video posted by the Anime Man as of recent, and he has this really good point. I'll see if I can put it here somewhere in the video, but I mean, it made sense to me. As weird as it sounded and as weirdly as he worded it, that made a lot of sense. And initially starting this channel, all I really wanted to do was, you know, I love YouTube, and pretty much every afternoon I'll spend hours upon hours consuming content, and all I really wanted to do was be 10 minutes of someone's time that they could maybe enjoy or fill up their afternoon with. If they didn't want to watch me, that's fine, but as long as someone could get an extra 10 minutes of enjoyment in their afternoon watching one of my videos, that's what the channel was for. And the main goal had always been this 1,000 subscribers, obviously, to then go on and, you know, get bigger goals, but that was the big first one. And all the motivation and kind of stuff and discipline that went into getting to that milestone, which it's still crazy to think there's over 1,000 of you guys. I am so grateful, which is why I could not leave this channel. I still love creating content, and that's not going to change. But I got to 1,000, and once I hit that 1,000, I don't know if some switch was flicked or something happened in my brain, but all of a sudden all of these comparisons started to happen. I started looking at all these other Grand Cross YouTubers, and I don't know, I felt like I wasn't doing good enough, or I don't know, I'd never worried about it all the way up until 1,000, and then that milestone hit, and all of a sudden all of this doubt came towards the content I was creating. So the game falling off, me doubting myself more, whole bunch of other factors that I've talked about. If you guys have any questions as well, I feel like there's probably something I'm going to accidentally leave out in this video. By all means, ask plenty of questions if you want in the comment section down below. I'll be willing to answer all of them, but yeah, just that doubt there. I feel like the growth wasn't there, and I mean, even playing a gacha game, it's a lot harder to grow than it is playing some mainstream game. It's such a small, such a more niche kind of community you're looking to branch out towards, that, you know, it's a little bit hard to say that with Genshin being a game as well. You can see some Genshin YouTubers and they have 200,000 views on every single video. Numbers even greater than that sometimes. So playing any other gacha game though, I feel like it can be a little bit harder. Even some of the top dogs in Black Clover, Dokkan, all these games that I've mentioned before, Fate Granddaughter, I'm also sitting around like a 50, 70,000, which is a dream come true to be able to hit that number. But yeah, I don't even... This video was one whole big ramble, and I just felt like getting it out at this point because, yeah, I knew I had today off to go ahead and record this video, and it has taken me all the way till, let's get the time here, 2 p.m. for me to go ahead and do this, because I guess it's just a fear of getting this video done. It's not like there was any, you know, bad things going to happen if I didn't, or if I did do it, but yeah, very overwhelming if you must. But yeah, I think that just about goes over everything I want to talk about. We discussed the channel, we discussed the second channel, my account, and most of all, I apologize for not doing this any sooner to all the people on Twitter, which I haven't been on since I've left. I'm very sorry for leaving you all, or not responding to any messages. I'm going to try and go ahead and do that all now. I just figured it would be weird if I was still there and I wasn't here, so once again, very sorry, but that just about does it for today's video. Thank you guys for understanding, and peace out.